Hey, what's up guys? Drew Manchu coming back at you again with another face-to-face video. This is my weekly show where I run down my pull list and I let you know what I thought about everything. I sit down, I stare you in the eye, and I tell you the truth because I love you. Because I'm never going to give you up. And I'm never going to let you down. We're going to go ahead and jump into it with a couple of indie books. This week I picked up Spread, number 21. And I'm glad I did. Lots of gore, lots of action, and a fantastic take on a post-apocalyptic situation. This book is ending very shortly. This book is ending at issue number 25, and that's addressed in a letter to the reader by Justin Jordan in the back of this book. Apparently sales have been inconsistent, and instead of getting canceled without an end, they want to make sure that they give this a proper ending, and I really appreciate that. So this story is going to wrap up. So I would suggest you guys go back and pick this up in trade. Fantastic stuff here from Justin Jordan, Spread number 21. I picked up Animosity number 7 by Marguerite Bennett with art by Rafael de la Torre. This is the story of the animals of the world gaining human consciousness and the fallout. The world has basically come to an end, and roving packs of animals, they travel the countryside just murdering willy-nilly. It's really disturbing in a lot of ways. Animosity for me is a series that launched really strong and kind of dipped in quality after that. I think it really has picked back up, and I'm enjoying this story, and the art by De La Torre is definitely on point. Good stuff. I grabbed Curse Words number 5, art by Ryan Brown, and the story by the quite prolific Charles Soule. He's writing just about everything these days. He's going to be writing a new Darth Vader series, and I can't wait for that. Loving the story of Wizard the Wizard and his quest to shake off the shackles of his prior life and live in our world with magical powers and basically just be a boss. They're sending his ex-girlfriend after him, and we all know things are going to get complicated and violent. So I definitely suggest you guys get on Curse Words. Absolutely beautiful Ryan Brown art. Very colorful, hilarious stuff going on in this book, and I really enjoyed it. Think you will as well. I picked up Girl Scouts Magic Socks number 1. This right here is a Skottie Young variant cover, and I'll be honest, that's why I picked it up. I really love Skottie Young's art. I think this is absolutely insane. It's got a shark on there. Shout out to Spider Grandpa. They got a shark on there. I had heard of Girl Scouts before. I heard that it's kind of not PC. Definitely for mature readers. Nice punk rock style stuff. And I definitely appreciate this for what it is. Not really my cup of tea, but it's definitely interesting. And if they keep doing Skottie Young covers, I'll keep buying them. That's fantastic. Fucking delicious. We're in a Converse and the Magic Socks. There's a shark. There's a bumblebee. Stars. All kinds of shit. Pretty big week for DC in my stack. I grabbed Trinity number 9. Now I was thinking about dropping this title. Francis Manapul was on the first couple of issues. Really dug that arc. And then Cullen Bunn took over on the writing duties, and the art kind of switched up. And I did enjoy that, but it wasn't as good, and I heard they were switching the team up again, and I think that Bunn arc was just so Francis Manapul had a chance to work on this, because he did all of this. He wrote it, he drew it, I think he colored it as well. I think he inked it himself. Like, this is like his magnum opus, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic looking book, really interesting quick story to get you started. It's basically, you know, the Trinity is boom tubed away an emergency by Cyborg to the Watchtower. They get there and everything's in disarray, and some sort of alien virus has attacked the station, and they find out that they're going to be quarantined and basically eliminated. So that's the story. Real quick, real easy, basic Justice League stuff, but the art in this book is absolutely phenomenal. It's probably the prettiest book that I read this week. Fantastic. If you're not going to pick this up, at least take the opportunity to flip through it when you're in your LCS, because it is gorgeous. Teen Titans number 8 is the second part of the Lazarus Contract story arc. Deathstroke has captured both versions of Wally West. He's bargaining with them, which is something he never does. He's absolutely desperate to go back in time to save his dead son. Meanwhile, Robin rallies both teams of Titans together to face down Deathstroke, but they can't get there in time, and it seems that Deathstroke has been imbued with the power of the Speed Force. Oh shit, it's going down. I'm super enjoying this right now. The Lazarus Contract is one of the best things that DC has going on. I keep saying that I'm going to drop Titans, I'm going to drop Deathstroke, but I'm super enjoying this crossover right now, so I don't know how true that is. The Lazarus Contract has definitely been on point. The art in this issue is not my favorite, but the story is absolutely fantastic, and some great moments, like Damian calling together Titans and the original Titans, kind of being like, is he allowed to do that? Nightwing being like, well, he just did, because Damian does what Damian wants, and he was actually on point in this book. I really enjoyed it, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this arc as well. And afterwards, we'll see where we're at as far as all three of these titles, but I think this might have just saved Teen Titans for me. Batman number 23, The Brave and the Mold. This is a nice one-shot place filler issue with Swamp Thing, and it's basically checking out the mystery of how Swamp Thing's father was murdered. There's some really nice emotional stuff in here with Swamp Thing. Always a nice character with a lot of pathos. Batman kind of fits in that mold as well, and I really enjoyed what they did here. Nice filler issue, and gave me something cool to read this week. Not really tied into anything else. Between the Button and War of Jokes and Riddles, I guess, which is going to take us back to right after Zero Year, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But this filler issue hit the spot this week. Really enjoyed Batman number 23. I picked up Justice League 21. This book is thoroughly average. Nothing really to write home about one way or another. But I got most of this run in dollar boxes and freebies, quarter boxes as well. So I decided to start picking it up and complete the run, at least through Rebirth, and see where it takes it. So for now I'm on board, I guess. Nightwing 21, Split Second. This is a really great one-shot filler issue with Nightwing teaming up with his buddy Wally West, the Flash. One and done. Really nice story here, and I really enjoyed it. The art was on point. This Nightwing title has been pretty solid. I think you guys should check it out. Superman number 23. This is a Black Dawn story arc, and we've seen Batman and Robin encased in some sort of black goo. There was some sort of black goo with the cow and the milk, and it was like some sort of Venom symbiote looking thing, and that's the Black Dawn. Wrong. The Black Dawn is Manchester Black and the Super Elite. The Super Elite are basically the entire town of Hamilton. The mayor, the doctor, these guys are members of the Super Elite. And they think that Superman is a failure. And they think that they have what it takes to raise John right. That's fucking creepy, but I dig it. And I'm happy to get Manchester Black in the Rebirth universe. Really like that. Fantastic issue, and I'm absolutely loving this Superman title. Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason are writing and laying out the greatest story in DC Comics right now. David Mankey's art in this book is on point as well. And I like the new design for Manchester Black. Really good stuff. Sorry about the spoilers. Super Sons number 4. This is Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent teaming up against Kid Amazo. The Amazo virus is back and has basically centralized itself for the most part in this one child. They also enlist the help of Lex Luthor as well in his Superman garb, and that's absolutely fantastic. Tomasi does a great job writing these characters, and Jorge Jimenez does a fantastic job on the art. I absolutely love this book. Super Sons number 4 is a must-buy. The Flash number 22. This great lenticular cover houses part 4, the finale of The Button. And yes, I've been down on The Button, and I've been up on The Button, and I've been down on The Button again, because The Button promised us some answers, it promised us some connections. And you know what it's given us in this last and final issue? Jack squat. It's given us nothing. This is an advertisement for a series that is going to be called Doomsday Clock, written by Geoff Johns, which doesn't come out until November. So I bought these lenticular covers, hoping for some key issues, and there's not shit in here. There's nothing. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here of value. Okay? There's not. It's pretty, sure. Did some interesting stuff happen? Okay, yeah, fine. Does it affect the overarching world at all? Absolutely not. Nothing happened in DC Rebirth The Button. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Jay Garrick shows up. Yeah, he's on the fucking cover. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise that Jay Garrick shows up. You know what Jay Garrick does? Nothing. He does nothing. And then he's killed, apparently, the same way Thawne was. You know who else is on the cover? Who's that on the cover down there? That's Red Robin's on the cover. Yeah, we're going to get something about Mr. Oz because Red Robin's on the cover. He's not even in the book. There's not even a reference to him. I don't know why he's on the cover. It doesn't make any sense at all why they'd put him on the cover. You know why they put him on the cover? To tease you. To get you to buy this lenticular pretty... Oh, it's a 3D and changes. Oh, geez, oh, look at that. It's pretty. Guess what? There's nothing in there. This is fluff. This is the shit that everybody on the internet hates on Marvel for doing, and DC does it, and everybody eats it up with a spoon. And the button sucked. The button sucked. It did nothing to move the story along at all. It did some functional things to continuity, all right? We erased Flashpoint. It never happened. But Batman remembers it, and Barry remembers it, so it happened. So it happened. Like, you can't unhappen something if characters remember it. Done. Jay Garrick's dead. Hubert Thawne is dead. That's it. That's it. And Hubert Thawne was already dead, and Jay Garrick was not around, so... I mean, are we establishing that Jay Garrick was a thing? When did we establish that he wasn't a thing? That's all I'm saying. This is... I mean... This is a pile of disappointment. Star Wars number 31, part 2 of the Screaming Citadel. Did not read this because I forgot to pick up part 1 of the Screaming Citadel. And I gotta go back and pick that up to get the whole story. There you go. Invincible Iron Man number 7 sees Ironheart lose her confidence after losing a battle against Will-O-the-Wisp. Yeah, Will-O-the-Wisp is kind of lame, and that's kind of why she's down on herself. We get a pep talk from AI Tony, and the end of this book also sees a return of an epic villain who I think would be great as an Iron Man villain, Lucia von Bardas. Yes, she's back in Latveria. So, I'd say check out Invincible Iron Man. I'm really enjoying it, and I don't know how it really fits into the rest of the Marvel continuity right now, but it's Bendis, so it probably doesn't. I picked up Daredevil number 20. Daredevil has left his black garb behind and went back to the red. This is a great story here, and it kind of wraps up the running with the devil situation that's going on right now. We're filling in all the gaps between the last Daredevil run, where he was in San Francisco, and the all-new, all-different Marvel Daredevil run, where he's come back to New York, and he's working as a prosecutor, and nobody knows that he's Daredevil. So, how did that happen? The answer there is the Purple Children, but this book focuses more on the fallout of that happening and how his old life fell apart and how he started this new life in New York City. It's definitely on point, so I definitely suggest pick up Daredevil. Okay, so Royals number 3. Royals number 1 came out, and I was like, nah, the art is awesome. John Boy Meyer's art is amazing, but the story wasn't what I wanted. Then issue 2 came out, and again, more great art by John Boy Myers. Fantastic stuff. He did the cover of this book. Look at this book right here. Look at the level of detail, the line work that went into that. Fantastic stuff. That's John Boy Myers art. Beautiful again in issue number 2, but again, the story took another dip, and it just wasn't something that interested me. I did like the final tease though, and that set me up for issue number 3. I'm going to give this the entire arc before I decide one way or the other, but issue number 3 is a win in my opinion. I like the story of Maximus the Mad. I like learning more about his background. I like learning about his inception as fetal tissue. And that, to me, is fantastic as far as the story goes. The art, on the other hand, not John Boy Myers. Definitely a step down. Not terrible, but very, very basic. And I did enjoy it. I don't know. I'm still really on the fence on Royals. But if he keeps doing the cover art, I'm definitely going to keep picking these up. If the story sucks, I'll just not read it. But it's Al Ewing, so I'm going to give it a chance. The Mighty Thor number 19. Jason Aaron's magnum opus on Thor has been fantastic, and in this issue we see the return of Odinson, we see Thor fighting the Phoenix, and we see the Phoenix making a bargain with Quentin Quire. Yeah, that's right, Kid Omega, one of my favorite X-Men of all time, has imbued himself with a piece of the Phoenix Force, kind of prepping him for a future of Phoenixdom. So the Shi'ar gods have been imprisoned at this point. The Phoenix has been dispelled, and we find ourselves in a moment of peace before the next evil comes to haunt Thor. Really good stuff. Enjoying Jason Aaron's run. This book is absolutely beautiful. The character work is phenomenal. The overarching story is on point as well. Really loved the Shi'ar Asgard War, and I look forward to what we're doing next in the Mighty Thor. A new launch for the X universe with Generation X number 1. I picked up this variant cover here. This corner style variant, I think they're calling it, is one of my favorite things they've done with these new X-Men books. I picked them all up so far, and I'm excited to have this one as well. And this is a main cover here. Jubilee is leading this team of young students. She is going to be teaching them the ways of the X-Men, and there is a brand new student that comes to do a tour and leaves prematurely because of all the ruckus caused by Kid Omega. Jubilee chases him down to give him the old "you'll fit in here because you won't fit in anywhere else" speech that the X-Men tend to give kids. When out of nowhere, they're attacked by an anti-mutant zealot group. I absolutely love what this book did, bringing back the old school X-Men villainry, while at the same time bringing us back to the feel of Wolverine and the X-Men. The X universe should definitely have a book set inside the school and focusing on the youth that attend the school there. That's an integral part of what makes the X-Men tick, and I'm happy to have this book as part of the X-Men slate. That being said, the art was kind of hit or miss for me, but I really enjoyed the story. Generation X number 1 is a buy in my opinion, and it's definitely going on my pull list. I picked up X-Men Gold number 4. This book right here should be free and clear of any of the X-Men Gold number 1 controversy, as Syaf is no longer on the art. Silva does a fantastic job in this issue though, which is focused on Gambit. Now Gambit here has been gone for quite some time, but he's back now to steal something for the granddaughter of Boulevard Trask, the father of the Sentinels. Subsequently though, he's also there to steal something from her. Yep, that's right, he's a sneaky, sneaky boy. Unfortunately for himself, this dumbass Cajun unwittingly released some nanites with Sentinel technology, and they formed into a mutant killing machine, and he's on the ropes already. I'm super happy to have Remy back in the X-Men universe, and I hope he sticks around for more than just this story arc. I know he's going to be a part of the Astonishing X-Men, but I think that he should be a great part of X-Men Gold as well. All of the X-Men titles have been solid since Resurrection, and this is no exception. Definitely holding on to X-Men Gold in my pull list. Beautiful cover there. A beautiful man. U.S. Avengers number 6 is a Secret Empire tie-in, and it shows how the U.S. Avengers acted during the hostile takeover of S.H.I.E.L.D., which also includes the hostile takeover of AIM. Roberto DaCosta was taken out of the picture, and the Red Hulk has been hijacked. Some good stuff here. Nice action. I really enjoyed this team, which is probably why I liked this book. But, you know, as far as it being a tie-in, it doesn't give you anything essential. Just a little bit more backstory. Also, a tie-in to Secret Empire is Ultimate Squared number 7. This shows from Carol Danvers' perspective the process of her team being locked outside of the planetary shield. And I tell you what, it's really good. I enjoyed it. The art, on the other hand, was not my cup of tea. I thought this was definitely an ugly issue. The story was pretty great. And it's because it shows Carol Danvers being a complete fool and getting what she deserves after Civil War II. And, you know, Steve Rogers served it up to her on a silver platter, and it's fun to watch her eat crow. So, there you go. If you hate Carol Danvers, watch her get fucked over. It's pretty great. The main event, Secret Empire number 2. This issue here gives us a broader sense of what's going on in this world. You see the Defenders working inside the Dark Dimension. There's a really nice bit where Dagger is the light source for the entire city, and that was really cool. I like how they did that. Steve Rogers is having a heart-to-heart with Baron Zemo about killing his friends and destroying Las Vegas, and also gives Zemo the mission of hunting down the rest of the Cosmic Cube fragments. We get the falling out between Natasha and the rest of the Resistance over whether or not Steve can be saved or he should just be put down. And we get the Champion supporting Spider-Man as he leans into his destiny to kill Captain America. All that in this book wraps up with a mind-blowing reveal that lets us know that this might not just be a quick Cosmic Cube fix to everything, and we might find another way to come to a conclusion. Really loving everything about Secret Empire, and this issue, while not as on point as the previous few, had a really nice feel to it, and Sorrentino did the art, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So the layouts are amazing as well. It's a fun book to read. It reads really well, and it reads really fast, and there's a lot in here. Good stuff. I also picked up the Secret Empire 2 variant here. Really dig that. Grabbed a couple of back issues this week. Nothing really to write home about, but I did grab a really nice copy of Batman number 609 from the Hush Run. That's awesome. And I got a copy, it's kind of rough, of 619. But I dig that cover as well. I do not have this. And there's a couple of spine ticks on this guy, but, you know, had to have it. Price was right. A new obsession has begun with mystery minis, as the Spider-Man mystery minis are out and about, and there are a couple on here I just have to have. That Green Goblin's cool. There's a Scarlet Spider on here. Silk is sweet. Spider-Woman's on there. Like Spider-Gwen too. I really, really want that Venom. That Venom is really sick. So you know what I've been doing? I've been shaking these up and seeing what the heaviest one is. Alright, I picked up 2 of the heaviest ones. Right, and I opened them up. I'll tell you what, I didn't get that Venom. But on my second try, I snagged a Rhino. This dude's a 1 in 36 variant. Cool. I'll take it, man. I don't really hunt the variants on these too much. I don't really care too much about that, but 1 in 36, that's pretty cool. The first one I got was the 1 in 72 Chase. Yes, that's right. This is the Lizard, a 1 in 72. Anybody really looking for this dude? Hey, hit me up. Maybe I'll sell him. I'm not too attached. That's not it for toys this week, though, guys. I picked up this bad boy. This is awesome. Absolutely love this. I dropped 50 bones on this guy, right? But it's a 6-scale action figure with a lot of great detail and a lot of great articulation. I think that I'm going to have a lot of fun with this guy. So keep your eyes peeled. Might be getting a toy review coming up soon. My indie pick of the week is spread number 21. Great visceral action in this story, which is coming to an end. Check this one out. My DC pick of the week is Super Sons number 4. Absolutely love the Kid Amazo story arc. Absolutely love this creative team. And absolutely love the Super Sons. My Marvel pick of the week is the Mighty Thor number 19. You got Odinson, you got Thor, you got Quentin Quire and the Phoenix Force. You got my money. And my cover of the week is Girl Scouts Magic Socks number 1. This variant by Scotty Young. I'm absolutely in love with this cover. No doubt about it. That's it for this face-to-face video, guys. Remember, collect what you love, share what you find, I'm Drew Manchu, and I'll see you guys next time.